Ladies and gentlemen, my name is BrendenPlayz and I welcome you all back to more Smackdown vs. Raw 2008 General Manager mode. This is a big show because this is the Smackdown before the Armageddon pay-per-view, and I tell you what, it feels good to be saying Armageddon pay-per-view. I miss that pay-per-view. I really miss all the pay-per-views in this kind of year, like 2006. I would probably replace all the current pay-per-views for the ones back in 06, maybe 05, something like that. I really liked the names, and I thought they were just cool, and you know, most of the pay-per-views back then were pretty good too. Alright, so this is the deal. John Cena is out for 10 weeks. He's injured, he's torn his hamstring. So he's out. As you can see, we are getting close to Armageddon, we are close to Royal Rumble, and evidently close to WrestleMania. Our ratings are down. I took it to you guys, I asked you guys, should we trade John Cena? And the general consensus was yes. Trade him out. So that's exactly what we're going to do. So we're going to try and get a really good trade. If that doesn't work, then we'll settle for something less. So we are going to go for Randy Orton and Bobby Lashley in the one trade. Pretty tough. Cena is 100 popularity, or a 99 I think. Lashley and Orton both in the 80s, 90s. Ooh, decline. Okay. So not to fear, let's see what ECW has. Well, ECW has absolutely nobody. Jesus Christ, look at their roster. That's terrible. Okay, so they've got nobody, maybe just Kane, but I don't really want to do a straight swap for Kane. So we'll go for Orton, and we'll try and get someone else in the process. So, John Cena for Randy Orton, who can we get? Well, there's Umaga, Finley, yeah, okay, we'll just have to go for Umaga. We'll see if this works. Umaga's pretty decent. Accepted, okay. So, we have officially traded John Cena out. We've got Randy Orton and Umaga in the process. So, 2 for the price of 1. The deal is good for us. Randy Orton with that, what is he? Ooh, shit, 84 popularity, and Umaga only 80. So, they are a bit weak. They must have been champions. So, that's a little worrying, and but you know, not to fear. So we'll throw Randy Orton straight in the rivalry, and Triple H is available, so we'll use Randy Orton and Triple H, and we'll put them in a rivalry till the Royal Rumble. So that will give us something to do with those two until the Rumble, and we'll go from there for the Road to WrestleMania build-up. And you know, obviously, Umaga, we probably don't really have anything for him to do at the moment, is there? There's no one really available. Plus, his popularity is down. We need to try and pick his popularity up. So, we will do that in the coming weeks. So, let's do some popularity kind of build-up things. I don't like doing trophy dates because it feels like you get 5 at a time, so that's a bit too much. And it's not a fair reflection on their true popularity. But I want to build them up just a touch. So, we won't do too much. I'll just build them up just enough to kind of, you know, put him in a better position. So we'll do a website interview with both of them, and 3 popularity per hit, I believe. So that's pretty decent. So, and it won't add too much to their fatigue or anything like that. So we'll be fine. So we'll do a couple for Orton and Umaga just to build them up enough. And okay, so we do 1 each, and then we'll make it the rest of it's up to them. So we'll build up their fan favoritism and their well, actually I think they're both fan favorites, aren't they? So fan favoritism to both of them to try and boost up their popularity more naturally, which is the way I like to do it. You know, if you're getting over, then you deserve to get the title shots. You know, look at Shawn Michaels. You know, his popularity was quite high, and he's been on a losing streak. It hasn't really been that great. Same with Triple H, and now their popularity is around that 90 mark. So, you know, just goes to show if you actually do win matches, you know, popularity will increase. Look at Rey Mysterio, 93 popularity is a perfect example of that. He was only around that maybe high 80 mark, and he's built his way up to, well, certainly he probably must be in world title contention now, Mysterio. So, pretty good there. So, that's how I like to do it. And we are low on cash, so we're going to try and do that. So, this is the show before the pay-per-view. So, we probably don't want to give away the pay-per-view matches, obviously, and Armageddon will be coming up soon. I'll show the full show, and it should be good. I may put it out on the weekend, so, or if not, sometime next week. So I'm probably just going to be doing 1 GM mode episode a week. I hope that's okay with you guys, but I'm, you know, trying to focus on finishing off Universe mode, and also got the NBA GM mode going on too, which I really am enjoying. I'm really liking that. So I will continue doing a GM mode, but probably just maybe 1, sometimes 2 a week. We'll see how we're going. So Armageddon is coming soon, so that should be good. And obviously, we're just going to build that around our rivalries that we have at the moment. And that's kind of what we're doing with today's show. We just want to kind of fill in a little bit of time, I suppose, and fill in the matches. You know, this is a bit of a filler show, I guess, because, you know, you are one show away from your pay-per-view. You don't want to give away the matches, so you don't want it to be one-on-one matches. So normally they're just going to be tag team matches, or, you know, they're going to be used as managers or triple threat, fatal four-way, just kind of those types of matches to keep them involved, because the game forces you to use them against each other every week. So we keep them involved, but we don't have them directly going at it one-on-one. So I think that's the way to go, in my opinion. I always try to avoid overdoing the one-on-one matches, only, you know, especially before a pay-per-view. You know, if you're 6 weeks away from a pay-per-view, sure. But if you're 1, 2, 3 weeks away from a pay-per-view, try and keep them away from each other, just so it kind of adds a little bit more to the match when they actually do get to go one-on-one at the pay-per-view. Just my kind of take on it, and that's just how I like to do it. So, as well as that, you know, we want to try and make sure today's card is a good one, because we are struggling in the ratings as well. So, we need to make sure our Smackdowns are top-notch. But, as well as that, obviously, we want to make sure our pay-per-view, you know, can do the best it possibly can do. So, at the moment, you know, I feel as though this show is going to be pretty good. So, we have Umaga. We're going to put him against Mark Henry. And Henry, well, our whole tag team division really is doing nothing. We really need to sort that tag team division out before the Royal Rumble comes around, because we are got a bit of a problem there. We've had Crime Time going at it so many times, and, you know, maybe we need to try and bring in a new tag team to just spice up the division a little bit, because the Hardy Boys are a bit distracted. Jeff Hardy, we're trying to push Jeff Hardy all the way to the top as well. And I thought I made a mistake with this matchup between this Fatal 4 match. I thought it was a tag team match at first, but then I realized, oh shit, it's Fatal 4-way, so what am I doing? So, alright, we're ready to go. And we are going to play Randy Orton's debut. And here comes the game, Triple H. So it will be Triple H versus Randy Orton one-on-one. I pretty much contradict myself saying I want to avoid the two from going at it, but this is the first contest that these guys have had, so it makes sense to kind of have them one-on-one before the pay-per-view at least. And I guess in a way, the loser of this match, storyline-wise, could probably want a rematch at the pay-per-view and try and get their revenge in a stipulation, much bigger matchup than this one. So we'll have a tester match. We'll see how this match goes. And I don't even know if we will use it at the pay-per-view. I think we will do these two one-on-one at the pay-per-view, or maybe we'll put them in a tag or a fatal four-way. I don't know yet. So we'll see how we're going. With we have Triple H coming out at the moment. And here comes the man, Randy Orton. He's a debut here on Smackdown. We haven't had him before on the series, so this is exciting to see Randy Orton on our show. And in this game, Randy Orton really isn't treated as a big deal, is he? But I remember back, it must have been 2007, he was a WWE champion, wasn't he? So when they kind of graded the superstars and they did their popularity, I think, they really didn't give Randy Orton much love, did they? So maybe, well, I think he was champion late 2007, wasn't he? So maybe they graded him on early 2007. I can't really remember what he was doing early 2007. I think he wasn't even the rated RKO tag team. So they were on top. They were feuding with DX, weren't they? So my memory, I don't know. I'm shocking memory. But I'm just shooting a blank here. So I'm hoping I'm on some kind of the right track. But I remember Orton and Jericho having a feud late 2007, I believe. So it sucked that Jericho wasn't in this game, was he? And I actually tried to get to download Jericho, but you can't download anybody on this game, and I really cannot be bothered making anybody. I don't even want to butcher trying to attempt to make Chris Jericho, so I'm not going to bother. But yeah, so kind of interesting that Randy Orton's popularity was only in that mid-70 mark. I thought he probably would have been in that 80 region, along with Triple H and Shawn Michaels and the others, but he's not. And it's just interesting to me, and I think Batista's not really. Batista might be high 70s, I think, when you start off. So that's kind of interesting to see how they graded those. And you know, I mean, Mark Henry was rated so poorly, and I remember in 2006 or even 2007, you know, he was involved with some kind of storyline. I remember he was meant to be feuding with Batista, and you know, he got injured when that happened. But yeah, so Henry was only like in the 40 mark. So some questionable decisions on their popularity rating, but hey, it's the game's 6 years old, so what are you gonna do? But definitely enjoying the game. Definitely love GM mode. I always have, and you know, you guys have been asking me if I'm going to do a series on the other GM modes, and I'm certainly considering it. And I would like to do a series on maybe 2006 or 2007. Probably 2007, I think, was my favorite out of the whole series. So that's certainly something I'd like to consider. But I would have to buy a PS2 to be able to do that, which they're only like $50. I have the game, but I don't have a PS2 to play anymore because my dad gave it away. I used to have 2 PS2s. Funny story, actually. You probably won't believe it, but I owned a horse, right? And we have like a granny flat, and the way to get into the flat is a shed roller door, right? So a horse is able to walk into there when it's opened up. And my PS2 was on the floor where it normally sits, you know, shame on me. But I had the PS2 on the floor because the controllers were wired, right? So they weren't wireless controllers. So I had to kind of stretch my PS2 out as far as I could to reach the couch, because the couch was like incredibly far away from the TV. So I had to stretch my PS2 out as far as it could go, and so I could play, you know, on the couch. So my PS2 was on the ground, and one day my horse decides to trot into the granny flat, and he steps smack bang onto my PS2 and breaks it. So that was not a good day when I came home to find out that my PS2 had been broken from a horse that I didn't even like. It was my sister's horse. Shame on you. I was pissed, but it didn't really matter. I think, I don't know, I think I had a PS3, so I didn't really care, or I'm not sure. Maybe I got a new PS2, actually. I think my parents might have bought me a new PS2 to make up for it. I'm not sure what exactly happened there, but I remember that my horse trod on it, and yeah, the whole... It wasn't like completely smashed or anything, because you know a horse weighs like a ton, but it just... It wouldn't read disc anymore. I think it stood directly on where like the disc tray was. It just... Yeah, it didn't work anymore, so... That's my kind of story for the day, as Orton is looking to finish off Triple H here in his debut. As, hang on, what's he going to do here? Triple H going up the top rope, that's rare. Orton, oh, RKO! Look at this! Bang! RKO! And by the way, if you guys haven't seen those RKO vines on, you know, on Vines, you know, they are fucking hilarious. As Triple H kicks out at 2 at the RKO. How the hell did Triple H do that? That's mighty impressive. That was a great RKO. But yeah, those RKO vines on the internet, they're fucking great. If you haven't seen them, look them up. They are funny as hell. As Orton continues to try and take the assault to Triple H, he takes him down with a suplex. But anyways, to finish up the story, I need a new PS2. I don't have a PS2 anymore, so if I can get one, I may think about doing another GM mode series, and also even more older games like Here Comes the Pain and all them, because I actually have all those games. And I never really played Here Comes the Pain and those other ones, the Smackdown games. I never really played them, so that'd be kind of interesting and new and exciting for me to play. So I have the games, but I don't have a console to play them on. So maybe over the Christmas break, I'll pick up a PS2 and relive some of the oldies, and we'll play them right here on the channel. As Orton is ready to go again, and can he finish off Triple H here? Here we go! This time! Another RKO, the second RKO to Triple H. Is that enough to put him away? He goes for the pinfall. 1, 2, 3. That is enough to finish Triple H off. Randy Orton has done it. He has knocked off the game, the former United States Champion, in his debut here on SmackDown. That's a big victory for Randy Orton. And I think we'll see these two again clash at the Armageddon pay-per-view. So well done, Randy Orton. The second RKO done the job. I thought the first one would have done it off the top rope. That was a beauty. But Orton, good enough to win his debut here on SmackDown. Well done, Randy. So he's going to step into a program with Triple H, it seems, and that should be interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing how this one kind of pans out. And we'll have these guys feud up until the Royal Rumble or so. So let's go check out how the rest of SmackDown did and the results. So, we have HBK and Edge. They teamed up to take on Undertaker Batista. They won. Mark Henry with MVP defeated Umaga. So, Umaga loses his debut match. Hardy and Nitro defeat Sabu and Sandman. And Brendan wins the Fatal 4-Way match. He pinned Jeff Hardy. So, our boy Jeff Hardy failing us there. So, Matt Hardy. Oh, shit. Matt Hardy wants a title shot, and he's gone. I think Matt Hardy has just left. Yeah, he's gone. Matt Hardy is gone. Oh, man. There goes one of our potential tag teams. Talk about needing another tag team. Well, Hardy's gone. He wanted a title shot. He's pissed off. He's left. So he's doing a CM Punk, and he's walking out on Smackdown. That's not cool, Matt. Come on, we needed you, kinda. I don't know. Maybe not really. Not a big loss. Alright, so Raw gets a 3-star. ECW, 3.5-star. How did we go? 3 stars. So the opening match, 3.5. Second, 3.5, 3.5, 3.5, and a 4-star. Yet we get a 3-star overall. How does that work? I don't fucking know. I wish I knew. That's kind of like my big complaint of the series. Every match was 3.5-star or better, and yet we get a 3-star overall. I wish I knew why. I wish I had an explanation why that is, because if I did, I would be the #1 brand right now. But I don't, so we're struggling. But hey, that's the game for you. You got to appreciate the game for what it is. So, that will do it for today's edition of WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2008 GM mode. Quick look at the ratings. We dipped. We've gone back down the ratings, so that sucks. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you did, please leave a like on the video. Make sure to subscribe for more. Armageddon is coming up. Hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you all very soon.